Welcome to the DIY Honda Garage channel. The Diagnostic Trouble Code DTC P0457 signals an issue within the EVAP, or Evaporative Emission Control System, specifically indicating a leak or a loose, missing fuel fill cap. The EVAP system is designed to prevent fuel vapors from escaping into the environment, capturing these vapors and directing them back to the engine for combustion. The fuel fill cap is a crucial component of this system, located on the fuel filler neck of the vehicle. It serves to seal the fuel tank, ensuring no vapors leak into the atmosphere. When the system detects a fault, it triggers the check engine light and stores the code P0457. Before proceeding with troubleshooting, it's important to gather and review any freeze frame data or snapshots from the onboard diagnostics to better understand the conditions under which the fault occurred. The EVAP system plays a vital role in controlling emissions from fuel vapors in a Honda Accord. Its primary purpose is to capture vapor from the fuel tank and route it into the engine, preventing pollutants from entering the atmosphere. The fuel fill cap, typically located on the vehicle's fuel filler neck, functions as a seal to keep these vapors contained. A properly functioning cap will have a clear labeling, usually stating "tighten to click," indicating the necessary torque for a proper seal. Failure or improper installation of this cap leads to code P0457 being triggered. Furthermore, additional components like the fuel fill cap seal and the tether cord can also affect the system's ability to maintain pressure. It's essential to inspect these components for any damages that could lead to leaks. Several potential causes can trigger DTC P0457, starting with the most common, a loose or missing fuel fill cap. If the cap isn't secured properly, vapor leaks can occur, causing the system to flag an error. Additionally, the fuel fill cap seal may be damaged or missing, which would prevent a proper seal and allow vapors to escape. Another possible cause includes a damaged fuel fill pipe that could result in leaks unnoticed during regular inspection. Components within the EVAP system, like the fuel tank pressure (FTP) sensor or the EVAP canister vent shut valve, may also fail, which could lead to the same DTC being thrown due to improper system function. It's crucial for technicians to systematically assess these components during troubleshooting. The presence of DTC P0457 can manifest in various symptoms, the most noticeable being the illumination of the check engine light on the dashboard. This alert indicates that the vehicle's onboard diagnostics have detected emissions-related issues requiring attention. Drivers may also detect a fuel smell near the vehicle, often resulting from vapor escape due to a faulty cap or seal. Occasionally, poor engine performance might be observed, which can arise due to improper fuel vapor management, leading to milder power loss during acceleration. If ignored, prolonged issues with the EVAP system could result in increased emissions, affecting overall vehicle compliance with environmental regulations. Regular checks can help to identify these symptoms early on. In the first troubleshooting step for DTC P0457, it's vital to check the fuel fill cap earnestly. The cap must be correctly installed, stating "tighten to click," meaning after tightening, it should turn about a quarter turn further and then click into place. If the cap is simply loose or missing, it can easily allow fuel vapors to escape, leading to the error code. This step is crucial because it is often the simplest cause of the issue. If the cap is found properly secured, technicians should progress to the next troubleshooting step. If not, corrective measures should be taken to either tighten or replace the cap, redirecting efforts toward ensuring a proper seal. The second step involves inspecting both the fuel fill cap seal and the fuel fill pipe to ascertain their condition. The cap seal, which fits inside the cap, needs to be intact to prevent leaks from occurring. Additionally, Technicians should ensure that the mating surface of the fuel fill pipe is undamaged and free from debris or corrosion. A corroded or damaged pipe can lead to similar leak issues as a faulty cap. It's also crucial to verify that the tether cord, meant to keep the cap attached to the vehicle, is not caught under the cap or otherwise impeding its proper closure. If any issues are detected with these components, they should be replaced before returning to the troubleshooting protocol. The third step in our troubleshooting process requires the ignition switch to be turned to the on second position, but without starting the vehicle. This action powers the necessary components of the vehicle's onboard diagnostic system, allowing for adjustments to be made, as well as enabling diagnostic functions to operate accurately. Ensuring the ignition is in the correct position is vital for performing further tests and clearing the diagnostic trouble codes. At this point, it's essential to be cautious not to start the engine, as this can interfere with diagnostic readings. Once the ignition is set to the required position, technicians can proceed with clearing the DTC to assess if the issue persists or is intermittent. This is a foundational step for effective troubleshooting. During the fourth troubleshooting step, technicians will clear the DTC using the Honda Diagnostic System, HDS. The HDS is a sophisticated tool that allows for detailed diagnostics and troubleshooting within Honda vehicles. By clearing the DTC, the system resets any recorded faults, allowing for a fresh evaluation of the EVAP system's performance. This action is pivotal because intermittent problems may not reappear immediately, making it crucial to run additional tests to validate the system's integrity. Following this, technicians must ensure they carefully monitor the outputs to establish if the problem reoccurs, indicating a potential underlying issue that still needs to be addressed. It's a strategic step in confirming whether the problem is persistent or transient. The fifth step requires performing the EVAP function test via the HDS inspection menu. This test methodically evaluates the EVAP system's functionality, checking for proper operation of all components involved. It's a critical step because it helps determine whether the system is functioning, signaling that the issue might be an intermittent failure rather than a permanent fault. If the test results indicate that the system operates correctly, it assumes that the issue may be due to poor connections or loose terminals at various relevant components, like the FTP sensor or the ECM-PCM. Conversely, if the results are not satisfactory, it signals a more severe failure within the system that must be explored during subsequent troubleshooting. In the sixth step, the ignition switch must be turned to the lock 0 position, effectively shutting down the system to prepare for the next stage of the inspection. Turning off the ignition is crucial for resetting any live circuits and ensuring safe handling of the vehicle's electrical components during maintenance or inspection. This shutdown allows technicians to safely handle the EVAP canister vent shut valve, which is a vital component of the EVAP system, responsible for controlling vapor flow. Once the ignition is off, the technician can proceed without risking electrical shorts or unintended activation of components, leading to misinformation during diagnostics. It sets the stage for a thorough examination and ensures all motions are taken in a controlled manner. The seventh step involves removing the EVAP canister vent shut valve from the EVAP canister itself. This valve is integral to facilitating the proper regulation of fuel vapors, directing them as necessary as the vehicle operates. To safely disconnect the valve, technicians need to ensure they have proper tools on hand to avoid damaging any components during removal. Once the valve is detached, it can be further examined for signs of malfunction, ensuring it has not developed leaks or faults that could lead to erroneous DTCs. Removing this component gives technicians direct access to inspect the next part of the diagnosis, the electrical connector. It also provides an opportunity to verify the system's overall integrity and readiness for reassembly after the troubleshooting is complete. In the eighth step of troubleshooting, technicians will connect the 2P connector back to the EVAP canister vent shut valve. The 2P connector is a 2-pin electrical connection that delivers power and signal to the valve, allowing it to function as intended. Ensuring a solid connection here is critical. Any loose wiring or corroded terminals could compromise the functionality of the valve, potentially triggering the DTC in question. Correct connection allows for further testing to evaluate whether the valve is working properly and whether the issue may be electrical rather than component failure. After connecting the valve, technicians are positioned to run further tests for a clearer diagnosis of the problem as they work toward resolving the underlying condition of code P0457. As part of the ninth troubleshooting step, the ignition switch is turned back to the on second position. This action energizes the vehicle's electrical systems, reinitializing all the necessary circuits to facilitate diagnostic functions. It's crucial that the ignition is set correctly without starting the engine to ensure only the diagnostic systems are activated. This controlled environment allows technicians to verify if the previously connected EVAP canister vent shut valve is responding appropriately. With the ignition in the on position, technicians can now prepare to select diagnostic tests that will check the current state of the EVAP system. This step continues the process of narrowing down potential causes for the DTC P0457. For the 10th step, technicians will select the EVAP CVS on option in the HDS inspection menu. By doing this, they activate the EVAP canister vent shut valve to assess its operational state. This test will confirm if the valve opens and closes as per specifications, a crucial factor in preventing vapor leaks that could lead to the DTC triggering. Technicians need to closely observe the data and listen for any unusual sounds from the valve, which may indicate malfunction or blockage within. If the valve operates correctly during this test, it's indicative that the component is functioning properly, ruling it out as a cause for the DTC. Conversely, if issues are evident in this step, it necessitates further inspection or potential replacement of the valve. After completing the troubleshooting steps for DTC P0457, it's essential to perform a final repair verification. This involves rechecking the DTC status using the Honda Diagnostic System, HDS, to ensure that no codes are present and that the system is functioning as intended. Following the previous repairs made, especially if components have been replaced or adjusted, it's vital that all systems involved are confirmed operational. Successful verification means that the issues leading to the DTC have been resolved. Additionally, technicians should conduct further road tests where applicable to monitor the vehicle's performance and functionality over real operating conditions. This final check ensures that the problem is rectified, promoting confidence in the repair work done. Preventive maintenance is an essential strategy in keeping the EVAP system functioning optimally and avoiding future triggers of DTC P0457. Regular inspections of the fuel fill cap and its seal should be conducted to ensure they are secure and free from damage. Observational checks can help detect any wear that may lead to leaks before they escalate into larger problems. Additionally, technicians should not overlook routine checks of various EVAP components, including the canister, valves, and associated tubing. Consistently maintaining these systems enhances their longevity and promotes efficient operation of the entire vehicle. This proactive approach can help drivers avoid costly repairs down the line while ensuring cleaner emissions and better vehicle performance. In summary, diagnosing and addressing DTC P0457 involves a thorough approach to inspecting various components of the EVAP system, particularly focusing on the integrity of the fuel fill cap and its related seals. While a loose or missing cap is often the simplest issue, other components must also be evaluated for damage to prevent vapor leaks. Ensuring all seals are secure and intact is crucial in maintaining system functionality. Moreover, regular maintenance practices should be prioritized to sustain the performance of the EVAP system and avoid the emergence of diagnostic trouble codes in the future. By following a structured troubleshooting process, technicians are equipped to effectively rectify any issues encountered and restore confidence in the vehicle's operational capabilities. Please like and subscribe to the channel. See you next time.